Hi, this is Megan from DVC Trip Report. I'm really excited today. I'm talking to Lloyd and Dylan. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Very excited to be here.
So tell me where you're talking to me from. Where do you guys live exactly?
Well, we live in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. For people who don't know, that could be either Holland or just 1 hour driving from Amsterdam, if you do know Amsterdam. But this is the better than.
Yeah.
That's great. So tell me like your obviously your DVC, how did you get into Disney? Were you Disney people before you joined DVC? What's your story?
That's my question. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We, as kids, we both went to Disney parks with our families, and it was fine. It was all right. And then I believe the first summer that we were together, we were supposed to take a long trip to Asia, but due to some family circumstances, we couldn't leave. And so instead of 3+ weeks in Asia, we opted for 3 nights in Disneyland Paris.
I believe it was actually 4 nights.
4 nights.
Yeah,
even.
we had a long trip. It was we had a very long trip.
And it was just so great to be there and to be immersed and to leave everything at home, and just it's glorified escapism. That's all. That's how it started for us.
Yeah, and that was 12 years ago.
11.
11.
Yeah, I think 2013.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know me before 2012.
Oh, no, fair.
So that's been 10 years ago now.
When you grew up going to the parks, were you going to like Disneyland Paris, or were you going to like the United States parks? Which ones were you
I went once every few years with my family. Whenever there was an anniversary, we would take a whole bunch of family and go to Disneyland Paris. You've got the Davy Crockett Ranch there. I think you can compare it to the wilderness campgrounds. They have these lodges there, and you can share them with 6 people. And we usually got 2 adjoining ones, so we were there with 10 people or so.
Yeah, so we did some Disneyland Paris trips as well way back, and just for the basic info, Paris is about a 4-hour drive from here, so it's okay. You don't want just for a day, but either 1 night or 2 nights, that's perfectly
doable. Yeah.
Doable. So Disneyland Paris is basically used to be home, anyways.
Yeah.
For several times, but with my family, we also went to the Orlando parks several times, and one time, or maybe 2 times, we also went to the Disneyland in Anaheim.
Nice.
So we did see some parks back.
That is still on my list to go to Disneyland.
My list also. I haven't been there either.
You haven't been?
Nope, not to California. What's your favorite of all of the parks you've been to?
I think it's actually Hong Kong Disneyland. We visited Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Disneyland
in 2017, 6 years ago.
And we didn't have a full day, or we tried to anyways, but there was an incoming typhoon and everything. So it was a bit rainy, so parades or nighttime spectaculars were canceled. So it wasn't the perfect day, but the park is so small, so cute.
Yeah, but it's very widely set up.
Yeah. You had to do a long walk from the one end to the other.
And the food was amazing.
Yeah, the food was perfect.
Very cheap in comparison.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of variety, which is not what we were used to from Disneyland Paris. There was your typical theme park food with the burgers and the fries, and there was an occasional sit-down restaurant that you actually had good table service and actual meals rather than your fast food. So there was a welcome change. Well, I know we went to Orlando, which was insane. I always say that Disneyland Paris, which is where we used to go a lot, we had an annual pass there. And then we went to Orlando one time, and I was like, okay, so this is the real deal. And now Disneyland Paris is like, it's like making a cup of tea with the same tea bag. So all the ingredients and all the flavors and everything is there. It's just not as strong.
But I think it's one of the most beautiful parks, actually.
It is.
Disneyland Paris Park.
Architecturally, definitely.
As one of the best layouts, in my opinion.
Best castle.
Including one of the most beautiful castles. But I think my favorite's still Hong Kong, just because it's so
quaint.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same for you, but Hong Kong really has my heart somehow.
So when did you guys join DVC?
2 years ago. Last year, May.
Yeah.
That was our honeymoon.
Yeah, we were supposed to join 2 years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we were planning to go in November 2021, but we were supposed to come in at like November 6th, but the borders reopened 2 or 3 days later due to COVID. So we had to reschedule, and then we went in May 2022.
Yeah.
Nice. How do you think you'll use your points? Like, how does it, I'm not sure how it works with DVC for the parks in Europe or Asia. Like, how can you use your points? No points there.
You can use them at Marvel, the new Marvel hotel, but it's like for a standard hotel room, you pay 45 points minimum.
Yeah, it's insane. It's one of the worst ways to spend your points.
It's better to rent them out and rent the room with cash, and then you have some spending money for food and souvenirs.
But it's a nice idea that you, if you're ever, for some reason, you don't have any idea how to spend your points, please come to Paris. It's beautiful. But if you really have use for your points, then don't. Yeah. Please don't. No, so we rather save our points for trips to Orlando. I do believe the parks in Asia and California are actually more affordable using points, but Paris is just a
waste of your points.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So on that trip that we became DVC members, we were also planning to take a cruise, but someone in our party got COVID.
Oh no.
So we weren't allowed to get on board. And actually last January, February, we took that trip again, and then we used our points first to stay at the Riviera in a tower studio for a few nights, then take the cruise, and then we were in a Boardwalk Deluxe studio for 4 nights.
3 nights.
Friday to Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
So that was basically a free trip because we got our cruise money back, and we used that to the next cruise, and then we just used our points, which were the like extra points, because we bought it in the middle of a use year, and our agent said, "Oh, I'll just give you that year worth of points, and you can save them, bank them, and use them next year."
So we did.
So that was a free 150 points.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We are going on our first cruise in a couple of weeks. I'm so excited. Did you like that cruise?
I saw that post on your Instagram, and that Grand Hall or whatever it's called is so beautiful.
And which cruise are you?
The
Wish. Oh, you're gonna have a great time.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for that?
Well, I was surprised at I think the second day of our cruise. I was like, oh, let's stop by the DVC desk because there's a DVC desk on board, and I was just going there to say hi, and we had some merchandise, and they were like, welcome home, and it just feels so.
Yeah, but don't forget to stop there every day.
Okay.
Ooh,
you get gifts.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. We were surprised because we were just stopping over to say hi, to have a nice chat, and they were like, "Oh, but you're members." But we booked the cruise before we were members, so it wasn't in the system yet. But they could find it if they want. So
we got like a drawstring backpack. We got a chapstick, which is not something I use.
it's not something you use, but other people do.
And then we both got a pop socket on your phone. It's just
So cute. Oh, I love that.
and it's the official what's it called? Popsocket.com, like the real, not just some cheap knockoffs. So that was really fun. And then what else did we get?
A lanyard for your key to the world card. So they provide you with everything.
So
And
nice.
So don't forget to stop over there.
No, and I love when they say welcome home. I feel like it's so great.
That first time that we checked in and they were like, "Oh, welcome home." I was like,
Best feeling. Yeah.
It's the best. The best.
"It is, yeah." And somehow it does feel like home.
Yeah.
And that's weird because we actually signed our contract for DVC before we ever stepped foot in the Riviera.
Riviera is your home resort, right?
Yes, it is.
Did
I'm
you-
rocking my home resort.
Oh, so nice. Oh, I love it. Did you pick it on purpose, Riviera? Like, what made you choose that one?
Just the fact that it is actually a smaller hotel, so it's still it's still quite large for compared to regular hotels over here. It's still a theme park resort, so you have all the amenities. It still feels like it has a grandeur, but it's just a bit more downscaled.
And then also the European vibes.
Yeah.
And well, when we walked in was the music. I don't know, it feels like home.
Yeah, and it really looks Parisian on the outside as well. It just has the European vibes, and they executed it correctly. It's not like, oh, this is Europe. No, it actually is.
It's not like a caricature of what you think Europe is.
Yeah.
It's actually really well done, and with the art and the food and everything.
Yeah. So
I wonder
it just
what you thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
it just
really good.
really feels like home. And I believe the other option was Grand Floridian.
Yeah,
actually.
just before we went, Grand Floridian became available, and that was we considered it.
Yeah. I was a bit on the fence because Grand Floridian is also it does have the grandeur of Disney, you know. So you step in and it really feels like wow. We went there on the first day before we went to sign our contract, right? The first evening.
Oh,
the first evening
we walked back from Magic Kingdom through the Grand Floridian and then we had those pulled pork nachos at Polynesian.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting distracted.
Food is.
But it's I don't know. To me, it didn't feel as much as home. I think somehow because it's maybe a little too fancy to be a home. It's fun for
maybe too grand.
Yeah. So and just the scale of the Riviera and the looks of it and the vibes there. Even before we were there, we researched it again and again, and it just clicked for us. It was the right choice. And then after we signed the contract, we
finished signing the contract actually in the Riviera.
Oh
yeah.
So we did the entire we did all the
paperwork.
At the Saratoga. And then they're like, oh yeah, so you should be getting an email with the code and the contract and everything, and then everything should be settled. And it was like, how long will it take? It'll take a while. It needs to go up the chain and then come down the chain again. So go ahead, you'll get it by bill. So we had
an Epcot day, so we had the DVC van drop us off at Epcot, and we did some rides and we walked around and we were like, the Skyliner is right here. Why not check out what we just bought into? And it was that ride on the Skyliner that
You were nervous.
I was nervous, yeah. But yeah, it was the good choice.
Good fun. Yeah. Walking in there, that felt like home before it even was our home officially.
And the smell too. The smell there, it's
coffee.
Coffee and flowers.
Yeah.
I'm dying to stay there. We've taken the Skyliner over and like walked around. It looks beautiful, but Yeah.
Have you been to Topolino?
No. Do you like that?
Yes.
Oh,
Both dinner and breakfast.
yeah.
I think on that trip, we were there on Sunday just to walk around and see what we actually bought. And then on Monday, we had dinner there. Did we? Or was
No,
it?
no,
It
we
was
were-
the same day.
We arrived on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe on Sunday we had dinner. I can't even
But
remember.
we had dinner there on that trip, and the service was great and the food was amazing. And then we actually checked in. We got our cocktail. We ordered food, and then what was it? Harmonious, I think, started. Was it?
Yeah,
You
it's harmonious.
From there?
Yeah, from the terrace. Yeah, it's the perfect viewing point, and they pipe in the music, and it was the first time we saw that show.
Yeah.
From there, with a cocktail in hand, and then as soon as it was over, we walked back in, and they served us our food, and timing was perfect.
Yeah, the food is good. The food is really good. I think it's one of the best restaurants on property, actually.
Oh, I love good food, so I've got to go there. That's on my
What is
list.
your favorite restaurant so far?
So many. We really like a lot of the restaurants at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Sanaa. We went to Jico only once, but it was great. My kids were really little when we went there. It was like hard, kind of, but that food was so good. We love Boma. I feel like for a buffet.
That's actually our next day. Our next day is at Kidani Village.
Yeah, so we're hoping to get into Boma.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping to get into Boma.
Yeah.
You definitely will. I know. It's so good. We all think, in my family.
Next trip, we're actually bringing his parents and your sister and her boyfriend for his parents' anniversary trip.
Yeah.
What is it? 35th wedding anniversary?
In 88, yeah, 35th. It's now. Next month.
So we're taking them for a little over a week in a 2-bedroom.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, it's great that we can do that now because we already bought those points, so we have them anyway, so we might as well spend them well.
Oh yeah. Have you stayed there yet?
No, not yet.
We haven't stayed there. We have visited once.
Yeah, because we were having dinner at Sanaa.
Yeah.
So we did see the place.
It's so relaxing and it has such a nice feeling there. The pool is really fun. It's a good one.
Yeah. So I'm dying to see what your parents will think of it. They love animals.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. My father's someone you can put on the balcony and just here.
Oh, look, it's a giraffe. Yeah.
He'll just stay there.
We've really always wanted to do, but we can never get it. They have a nighttime safari. I don't know how long, I don't know when you have to book it, but whenever we try, it's full. We can't do it, but it looks really neat.
Was it yesterday that we watched that video on YouTube?
Yeah, with the night safari.
Yeah, it was the 1 hour experience with the night goggles. Yeah.
Yes, my son is dying to do it, but one of these days.
One of these days. Yeah. When is your next trip?
We're going for the cruise, and we're going to do a couple of days at the end. We're going to Animal Kingdom one night. That's our favorite place, but we can only get one night. And then we're going for 2 nights at Saratoga. We've never stayed there before. And it was it was kind of a last minute trip. So it was the only resort with room.
That's very helpful with Saratoga and Old Key West. They always seem to be available.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you stayed at most of the DVC resorts?
No.
We've stayed a few nights at Riviera and then 4 nights at Boardwalk. We stayed at Yacht Club during our honeymoon, so beach club-ish, but not really.
Yeah. Do you want to stay at all of them, or do you think you'll use your points mostly?
Eventually, we'll stay at all of them.
Yeah, well, I want to try to stay at most of them, but
we've got 50 years to use those points.
Exactly. And all things considered, the Tower Studios, they are cheap and they are fine.
they're fine. Yeah.
They're absolutely fine.
Well, we were there for 2 nights before our cruise. Those tiny tower studios. It felt like a Parisian apartment, so well done to Disney. But I don't think you want to stay there for longer than 3 nights with luggage and everything.
But it's a nice way to get into the parks.
Definitely. Yeah.
Especially for a few nights, it's the cheaper rooms, and then you can go anywhere you like.
Yeah.
So with my parents, we'll be in Animal Kingdom Lodge. With your parents, we might be going somewhere else.
Saratoga or Old Key West or anything.
Anything else? So
Anything that's available at the 7-month.
yeah, 7-month mark.
Yeah, we're going to do a similar trip with my parents in September for their 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
So, and that's.
Where will you stay with them?
We haven't booked it yet. We're going in September 24 next year. So we haven't decided yet, but they're leaving everything up to us.
Fun.
So
That's good fun. Yeah.
yeah,
Do you guys like to plan a lot before you go, or do you just kind of?
we have to.
Yeah.
Oh, like when we're at the parks or like before we go?
Yeah, like before you go, how much planning do you do?
There are spreadsheets
Uh-huh.
upon spreadsheets upon spreadsheets.
That's good.
Like I make a grid with all the days that we're there and then like 30-minute increments.
It's basically like your Outlook calendar, but in Excel.
Which is important.
Yeah, but we do actually do a lot with it because
What
we
do they
have
say? If you
to.
fail to plan, you plan to fail, right?
Oh wow!
Oh.
Wow! Boom!
Well, for Disney, that is true though.
Yeah, especially the things, especially because it's not just a small trip for us. Our fastest flight, there now is a direct flight, but that one is about 9 to 10 hours. So it takes us at least, including getting to the airport, being in the airport on time, getting through immigration, which is also
It was like 18 hours, I think, all in all.
all in all, you're
Door to door. Yeah.
door to door, you're gone for 18 hours. So not planning your trip could just be a waste of time if you don't.
Oh yeah. Because your travel it takes so long. Do you stay for a while when you come?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we try to stay at least a week if possible, and that could be a week at the parks or a bit longer somewhere else. That's fine. We didn't have to use somewhere else yet, thank goodness. But no, it's not just based on the cost of coming there. It's not
And the
worth it.
effort as well.
And the effort
Yeah.
and all the planning, all the spreadsheets. It does. We do need to stay a bit longer.
Oh
than
yeah.
just-
When you get here after that long travel, do you hit the ground running or do you rest for a while? Like, what do you do?
We're lucky to have a friend that lives in Winter Garden. And the past few times he picked us up from the airport and drove us to the hotel, so that was really nice. And then as soon as we got checked in and left our luggage in a room, we went to Magic Kingdom because I need to see Mickey.
Yeah, the first night's always Meet Mickey Mouse night.
Yeah.
I love that.
The last few times we got to Magic Kingdom after 9 p.m. Because we land around 6. Then, last time we actually had the benefit that we flew through Ireland and they have a TSA on the airport in Dublin.
The immigration.
The immigration. So
so we landed domestically on the new terminal. So we just got out of the plane. We got our luggage. It was already there almost.
Yeah.
Really
nice.
fast. So that was great.
yeah,
But we
and
still
then
ended up coming into the park right after the fireworks, I believe. Yeah.
enchantment.
So that's actually very good because then everybody's leaving and we're like, yay!
And it was like a 10-minute wait for Mickey.
It's probably good to do things then when people are leaving.
Exactly. Yeah. And after 18-hour trip, you're ready to meet Mickey.
Yes. Do you have any other like Disney traditions like that? Like things you have to do on every trip?
Not yet, I think. Do we?
I actually have no idea.
I usually Well, the last morning is always Magic Kingdom. Our flights back are usually around 2. No, we at 8.
Yeah.
So we have to be at the airport at 5:30. We got picked up at 4. So I like to spend our last morning in Magic Kingdom, and then also end the trip with meeting Mickey.
Yeah. And there's always a character dining option.
Yeah.
There's always something character dining, which is leaning mostly towards Topolino, but
The breakfast is so good. Yeah.
And the characters are at the dinner or the breakfast?
No, they're at breakfast.
breakfast.
Breakfast only. So you have the artistic versions of Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy, and they play a song and they do a dance, and
It's all good fun.
yeah,
Oh,
But
yeah.
especially the food is good. Yeah.
the food is great.
Yeah.
So that is a tradition, and we are mostly trying new places to eat. I think Topolino is one of the few restaurants that we've gone to twice now. Yeah.
Thrice.
Yeah.
1 dinner, 2 breakfast.
Yeah.
But that's that's the only one that we've doubled on. The rest of I think for the upcoming trip there will also be some new ones and probably a double one as well.
So,
Where are you planning to eat on the next trip?
Well, because we're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge for at least a while, I want to try Boma, because the buffet's supposedly really good.
So
and
then
the
you
people
have to
we're
go,
going with,
go in the beginning of your trip because you'll want to go back.
yeah, and all of the people we're going with are quite adventurous eaters.
Yeah.
So if you have picky eaters in your party, I don't think you should spend the money to go to Chico, for example, because it's not the cheapest option, but it is quite adventurous.
Yeah. We don't have any picky eaters. Well, except maybe Ken, my sister's boyfriend. He's the pickiest one, I believe.
Yeah, because he doesn't eat.
He doesn't do the chicken wings with the bone.
He doesn't like bones in his meat, and he doesn't like fish.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think.
And then he eats everything.
We try to do every park at least once.
Yeah.
Um,
Food-wise, I don't know. We might have to do a character breakfast again.
Oh, boo.
Yeah.
It helps that we have a jet lag when we first come in because we wake up very early. So first few days are road job days, and then we always like a resort day because we're staying for at least a week. We'd like to break it up with a resort day just to explore the resort that we're staying at, or doing a monorail crawl, or.
We need to eat at Disney Springs.
Oh, we keep trying to eat at Disney Springs, but
Yeah, talking about where we're gonna eat. You know,
Yeah.
we
The
always
only
try to
place-
go to Springs and eat there, but somehow either I got sick or we're just tired, and every time
yeah.
we head to Springs, and it's like, let's just go home.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. It feels like it's far away
Yeah.
when you're
Oh, well,
tired.
maybe for your next trip, it's walking distance from Saratoga.
Yes. One of my friends was just telling me their home resort is Saratoga. She said, if you stay in this one building, I can't remember what it was, it's really close to walk over.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, just one bridge. Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
only
you-
eaten at Raglan Road there, but that was so good and so fun. I'd like to go back and do
Morning
more.
Road is like the Irish pub,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, but they play music and they dance, and it's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, the food was pretty good, so
That
It's
sounds good.
fun atmosphere. But
I actually want to try Homecoming.
Ooh.
I heard that's good, that one.
Yeah, I've heard raving reviews and everything, but we haven't been. So we need to try that actually. I want to try the moonshine.
Of course you do.
Surprise!
That's a very American thing, right? We don't have that here.
No, it doesn't exist. Well, yeah.
What is it?
It's basically alcohol that people made in their own backyard, basically.
Yes.
When it was illegal to drink.
That sounds safe.
Right. Yeah.
That's why it's called moonshine.
Yes.
But it's good. Okay.
Illegal.
It's supposed to be good.
We had some bites at Morimoto Street Food.
Yeah.
We had some bites from Wine Bar George, from the to-go window, but I think that's it.
Yeah. Didn't we? No.
Oh, we had Gideon's.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna eat a Gideon's. Yeah.
Yeah, I think not last trip, but the trip before, we went to Gideon's and then kept the cookies in our fridge and took them to the park as a snack.
They're so big. They last.
Yes. For days. They last for days.
Yeah. Or one.
Yeah.
When you guys go to the park, do you like on your rope drop days, will you stay right until the park closes, or do you take breaks? How do you do that usually?
It depends. I believe on our first trip, and that's like
2019.
We did full park days at one park, and then I believe we kept expanding. So on day 4 or 5, when we had all one park per day days, then we started changing it around. Then we went one park or 2 parks in one day, and then by the end of the trip, I believe one of our last days we did 3 parks one day.
Oh wow!
That was before you needed the park pass reservations,
so you could park hop at 11,
and you didn't need to plan as much ahead. You could just decide that morning where you wanted to go.
Yeah.
So, we did plan our fast passes back then.
Yeah, that was still fast pass.
And some dining, but other than that, we just went where we wanted to go. Oh, some other thing that we have done for these past few trips, which I would like to continue as a tradition, is touring the DVC villas. We've seen
a lot.
A Polynesian bungalow, which was very cool.
Neat.
Steve, what's his name? Chris Evans gave us a tour of Beach Walk. His email address was chrisevans2@disney.com.
Wow.
Not Captain America, but just. So that was fun.
It was DVC Chris Evans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever stay in one of those bungalows?
We have 150 points a year. And
I know. It's the same with us. I know.
I think if we all put some points in, then we can
share.
I know. Did it look like when you saw it, like, oh my God, I really want to stay here? Or did you feel like?
And it was just remodeled to the Moana theme. So it was much brighter than it used to be. On older videos, you see the dark wood and all the dark furniture, but I think it's just the rugs and the wallpaper that's much brighter now, but it looks so much better. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. We also toured a 3-bedroom villa at Riviera, which is bigger than our home. That's insane.
Yeah, it's
beautiful. I would love to stay there if at some point we have disposable income and disposable DVC points, but
that's right.
I don't see that happening soon.
We're still at 150.
Yes.
It's like the add-on-itis. You keep on buying more points over the years.
Yeah, that's dangerous stuff.
Yes.
Where have you stayed so far?
We own at the Polynesian, but Animal Kingdom is our favorite. So we've stayed there the most. And we stayed at
It's also the cheapest points wise.
It's great. It's so great. I know it's like, farther away and you have to take the bus, but when you're
here,
it
also makes you secluded and quiet.
So great. Yeah. So we really love that.
Have you stayed at the Polynesian?
Yes. And that was great also. We'd like to stay there again.
You stayed there with your parents 100 years ago.
Yeah, when I was still young.
It was fun being on the monorail, Lately we've tried to do like the split stays, so I like that because I feel like I'm having 2 vacations.
Yeah.
So
I'm still on the fence on split stays. I don't know if I want to pack up all my things halfway through a vacation, but also for dining reservations. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we
Well-
basically had a split stay the last time we were there, and
Yeah, with the cruise in the
with the
middle.
cruise in the
Yeah.
middle. But that really messed up our reservations. Indeed, we made
Because for
we
that-
made mistakes.
If you stay for a week, you can start making your reservation 60 days out from the day that you check in for
Yeah.
your entire stay. So
Yes.
the harder to get reservations you can put at the end, because not everyone is allowed to book those yet. But for a split stay, that doesn't
Yeah.
work as well.
Yeah, it messed up our which reservation we were trying to get. I think it was
Topolino.
one of the Topolinos. Yeah, yeah. So it
Yeah.
really messed up our planning for that, but that's okay. We made it.
I've noticed that, and that is annoying.
Yeah. But what you say, you do get two trips in one, so those pros and cons to both.
And as we've already had dinner at Topolino multiple times now.
But I want to take your parents there.
True, but still, we could always do a split stay when we don't want to visit Topolino's. This is never happening. See his face.
We stayed at Old Key West and Grand Floridian, and I think that's it.
Was it the refurb Grand Floridian or before the
Yes.
refurb?
It was the refurb, and those rooms were beautiful. We were only
We
there
drove
2 nights,
down,
and we were like my kids were
Walking
babies.
distance to Magic Kingdom, that's hard to
Yeah,
beat.
so
It's
nice.
a fun walk as well. It's a nice walk. It's not too busy because people tend to forget that it actually exists.
Maybe for Americans it's too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is nice. You can walk, and that Enchanted Rose, we went there. That was so nice, and
Yeah.
you know,
Did you
Pretty.
have the truffle fries? What was it? Truffle fries?
Yes,
Parmesan
truffle
truffle fries?
I think we did.
As a
We just
snack?
did great.
Oh,
But we ate at Citrico's. We love Citrico.
that's the one next to Victoria and Albert's, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet?
No.
No, not yet.
You have
I
to go.
think
That's
we've
one of
only
our
had-
favorites.
Yeah, we've only had dinner at the Grand Floridian at the
Gasparilla Island Grill,
yeah.
which is fine. We heard AJ from Disney Food Blog raving about that mac and cheese, so we're like, oh, we have to go there, but it
It was fine.
was not for me. It tasted artificial to me.
I think it was really if you grew up eating mac and cheese, then this one would really tickle your fancy, basically,
Yeah,
because I think it's a bit old-fashioned.
it's a lot of nostalgia probably going into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of nostalgia taste, but the mac and cheese is, well, basically anywhere on property where I especially like the mac and cheese we once had at California Grill.
Ooh, with your bison steak.
Yeah,
Oh, that place too. That's a good
Yeah,
food.
we
2019.
that was our first trip in 2019. That's when we got engaged. Funny story, by the way.
Oh, I want to hear your Disney engagement story.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you planned a Keys to the Kingdom tour
yeah,
as a gift to me. So I said, okay, I want to do something for you as well, but I'm not going to say what it is.
fine.
And it was the dessert party at Tomorrowland Terrace for Happily Ever After.
Nice.
And that morning, I think that morning I went to City Hall to confirm my reservation. But I actually went in there to get a PhotoPass photographer to be there at the terrace during that dessert party. Then there's that sequence in Happily After, and so our story comes to an end. And then at some point they say, reach out and find your happily ever after. And that's when I asked him to be my happily ever after. And I was shaking, and was I crying already? Probably.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. So he helped me up, and then was like, okay, this is very cute, but wait. He opened his backpack, did some digging, opened another zipper, and also pulled out an engagement ring.
Yay!
Oh
So
my God.
it was so much better than, it was so much more confirmation in some way than just a yes, just to think that he had planned the same thing.
Well, I did not plan, but
Well, you wanted to, yeah, you,
I had no idea. I was just waiting for the right moment. So, and you stole that moment from me.
But it was the right moment.
It was the right moment. So I was just thinking like, oh, when the fireworks end, I might just grab the ring and ask. And then you were already there. And I was like, okay, sure.
That's a beautiful story.
And then the people next door, at the tables next to us, they were clapping, and it was so cute.
Yeah.
And that was just before the grand finale of the fireworks. So then we were there cuddling and enjoying the moment with the huge fireworks in the back for the finale. And so we have those pictures.
That's amazing. That was so smart to get the PhotoPass photographer.
Yeah, if you do it now, you have to pay, because now they call it magical moments.
I think,
or whatever.
I think back then you could also do it for a payment actually, but they created a magical moment for you.
Oh, well,
I think I think Disney gave you a super awesome free gift.
because I was there at City Hall, and they were like, "Okay, you're going to propose during Happily Ever After." Well, I could read from their faces, okay, you're not the first, but fine. You want pictures, but how are we going to find you? I was like, oh, didn't I tell you we're at Tomorrowland Terrace? And they're like, okay, I'll take your picture so we can find you. So they took a picture of me when I was at City Hall. So they could find me. And I was chatting with the photographers while you were at the buffet, and you were confused. Why? Because, I don't know, they were just waiting at our table, like, it was like
they were a bit hanging around a bit. I was
10 feet from our table, but not interacting with anyone else.
And sometimes they did. Sometimes they did. Yeah. They did a picture to try and stay in their role, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, they had that emblem.
They took some things with them just to make sure that they were there on official business, I guess.
So those.
But I was enjoying a dessert party. So.
I wasn't, because I was very nervous.
You're nervous, yeah.
There were desserts everywhere. So
yeah.
I was distracted at least.
That must have been the best, most special trip. And that's so nice you went back for your honeymoon too. That's really.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was our second night or something. No, wait.
That we got engaged?
Yeah.
No, it was on. We left here on January 7th, and we proposed on Friday the 11th, I think it was.
Yeah, we flew in on a random weekday.
Yeah,
it was weird. Yeah. So the rest of our trip, that was good fun. Yeah.
It was a really good trip. And you wear those buttons, just engaged, and we had them on at Be Our Guest restaurant, and then you get extra great stuff. At California Grill, we got free champagne. Yeah.
Or Prosecco, I don't know.
Sparkling wine. And some cast members then just give you fast passes so you can skip the line.
They just celebrated with us, basically.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oh, great. I know Disney's the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were actually thinking about a Disney wedding, but it was just outside of budget.
Well, it was outside of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And what we wanted people to do for us.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't budget. Because at the end of the day, we had the same people on our wedding now. So
we were planning for Dutch standards, it's a pretty big wedding. We had like 120 guests or something, but then COVID hit, and at the end we had 24 guests. So that would have been possible within budget in Disney World, but we didn't.
Now we got to share Disney World with no one else but ourselves.
Yeah, that is also good.
Yeah.
Well, that makes it extra special that you know, that's a big part of your Disney story there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and we had some small Disney touches at the wedding, but mostly just for us because no one else noticed. We had like hidden Mickeys on the cake, and
I love that.
After we walked away from the ceremony, we had Married Life from Up playing, but no one recognizes that if you're not like in the know.
Yeah,
if you don't pay attention to it, it's fine. It's just fun music.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. So next trip, February.
Yep.
Less
And how
than-
often do you think you'll come? Will you come every year, do you think, or?
Well, we're able to, I guess.
We have enough points to do it.
Yeah.
I think we have already spent our points until 2026. Well, we have plans to spend our points until 2026.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe when we decided to buy in, we wanted to go for 75 or 100 points.
100 points,
Because then we could stay once every 2 years. That would be fine. But then the rules changed a bit because Disney's being Disney. That's fine. So we went for 150 points.
yeah.
So now we are able to go every year, points wise.
Yeah.
I'm not sure money wise, but we could go every year. But we're not really there yet. But next year we're going twice. So
Yeah, so we have those 2 anniversary trips coming up next year. And then I think we're spending 4 years worth of points on those 2 trips because we're bringing a lot of people with us and staying in 2-bedroom villas. And then I think after 24, we were looking to go to California, Alani, and then maybe go to Florida again on the way back.
I wondered, I was going to ask you if you thought you'd ever go to the beach resort. So, Alani, how about, like, do you think you'll ever go to Vero Beach or Hilton Head or?
Vero Beach is on my list. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just looks cute, and maybe if it's the right season,
I don't know where
do
it is.
some turtle spotting. It's on the beach.
Oh, really?
It's on the Florida beach with turtles.
Oh, it is in Florida. Oh, is that the one that's like a 2-hour drive from?
Yeah, basically.
parks?
Yeah.
One of the guides at Animal Kingdom, once the DVC guides said, the best way to do your Disney vacation is spend, however many days here and then go to the beach, Vero Beach, and relax for a few days before you go home.
So you can recharge after
Yeah.
your busy Disney trip.
We haven't been there yet, but it sounds like a nice idea.
Yeah.
Then it's actually a relaxing vacation
Yes.
because, like you said, when we get to Disney, we hit the ground running. And I think we stop running as soon as we're at MCO again.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's not usually a relaxing time. I know.
Physically, no. Mentally, yes.
Yes, that's
But
right.
The more we go there, the more we relax.
Yeah,
Because
that's also what we
the
did.
last
in
trip,
Paris.
and the trips to Paris as well. Yeah, the last trips were just like, oh, we can go there. Yeah. But if we don't make it, that's fine, right? Yeah, that's fine.
Well, that's the best part of DVC, don't you think? Because
You know you're coming back.
yes, takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
We did that in Disneyland Paris as well. We went there a few times, and then I think you pitched the idea of getting annual passes.
Yeah.
And we did. And at one point, we were there for 6 times in a year. That was just before COVID hit. I think we were there 6 weekends.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 parks in Paris, so you really don't need that much time there. But we just went there for the atmosphere and the vibes and seeing Mickey and the parades and the new shows.
Yeah.
The shows
came
there
to
are great.
we came to a point where it was like, okay, so we spent a full day at the parks. Yeah. How many rides did we do? 1. Okay. Is it a waste of time? Maybe, but it's fine.
No, the
It's
average.
It was perfect.
We do the shows and the shopping and just walking around and soaking it in and snacking.
Yeah.
Lots of snacking.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I know
Have you
another
been to
person.
any other-
What's
Have
that?
you been to any other parks than Orlando?
No, I'd like to. I think my family wants to do Hawaii sometime, to stay at Alani, but it seems like it would make sense to stop and do Disneyland, as part of
It's on
that.
the way. And it also helps with jet lag on the way to Alani.
Yes. Seems like that would be a good trip. We just have to figure out when, plan the next few years. Someone I talked to once said you should always borrow your points from, the next year, because in case you
You
die,
never
you
know.
won't be taking next year's vacation. But that was good. No.
I mean, it's
It makes sense.
something to live by, I guess. Like when you die, at least you've had your points.
Right, like you've used them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's easy for us to say. We've already, in our head, we already spent the next 3 years of points. So
Yes,
it's
that's part of the fun, all the planning about,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And I think for last year we had 22 spare points. So I booked a Grand Floridian studio on the 4th of July. I was sure that would be easy to rent, and it was. So that money goes towards our DVC dues for this year.
That is a really good tip. So you booked the reservation and then
We put it on Facebook and said, we have this. It's I think it was 22 points. And we were like, okay, it's 4th of July, so it's probably a busy time. Let's just ask 400, or I think we said 450. And then he said, oh, it's 400, fine. And we're like, sure, because if we don't rent it, our points go to waste. So.
Yeah, because I think it was banked points from last year, right? So there was no way that we could.
No, we couldn't bank them again.
Yeah, it was bank point from last year. Yeah, so it's like
great idea. So did you know the person that rented?
No.
So then, what do you have to do on your end then? Do you put their name on the reservation, or?
Yeah, basically you went like just with a normal DVC reservation. You just do the reservation, and if everything goes well, and some people like to use contracts and all kinds of safe catches, so that's
she did ask for
references, stuff like that, so people don't waste your time basically. So that's good on them. And as soon as everything checks out for both parties and everybody's happy, then you can give them the confirmation number so they can add it to their My Disney experience, and they can start planning their trip. And on our end, we have to adjust the reservation so
we
that
just added their name to the reservation. I think I even left mine in it, just because I also wanted to be in control. Not that I was going to be there, but
and doesn't even do anything. But make sure their name's on the reservation so they can check in without any trouble. And everything went well, I believe.
Yeah,
I think they had a great time.
And she was staying there at the Grand Floridian, overlooking the wedding pavilion, and she's going to get married there next year. So it was really fun.
Yeah,
it's nice, and we stay in touch on Instagram, just a bit commenting on each other's stories and park posts, and
that's great.
But you have all these DVC rental store and everything that can take care of that for you. You can give them their points, or you can submit a booked reservation there, but that for us we would need an international tax number, and we don't, and we also don't want one because we don't want.
Yeah, well, it's just a hassle to get one, so we just I don't know if we should promote this anyways, but
I mean, it sounds like easier what you did,
Exactly. As long as you have two parties that are okay with just doing this on either PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, whichever you like to use at that time, then you should just be able to do it. So that's how we.
And it's a nice way of paying for our dues for this year.
Yeah, no, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
and because we don't have a US bank account, we cannot do the monthly payments. We have to pay a lump sum.
Interesting.
But we get Target gift cards every month, and because our friend that lives in Winter Garden gets them for us, and then we get the 5% discount, and you can use those gift cards
to pay your dues.
So that's a 5% discount on your dues. Well, that's a tip right there.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
That's a great tip. So you're getting
as long as you have a Target Red card.
You need the Target Red card, and then you buy the Disney gift card with that.
And then you get a 5% discount on everything you buy with that card, including gift cards. Somehow. That's
great. And then you use the gift card to pay for your points. So smart.
Yeah.
Very good tip.
So we also do that before. We also do that before a trip. We get a couple $100 in gift cards for food and merchandise. And
So yeah, you cannot buy your DVC membership using gift cards, but you
We
can do
tried.
your dues.
we tried.
You might as well. I mean, every little bit counts.
Yeah,
Well, 5% of,
of a full membership, that would be fun. But they don't accept gift cards for the DVC.
no, but for your due, I think we pay like $1,200 in dues, and 5% is $60.
Significant enough. Like that's something
I
else.
mean, $60 is a breakfast at Topolino
For one person.
for one person.
Per year.
Hey,
Just so you know.
that's
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
Exactly. That's a free breakfast.
That's right. Well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to talk to me today. Thank you.
Anytime. We
No
love
problem.
talking
Yeah.
about Disney and DVC. It's not as big here, so
I wondered about that. Do you have friends that are DVC, like where you live, or?
no one knows what it is. Most people don't even know what a timeshare is.
Yeah, timeshare isn't as big in Holland. I believe it hyped somewhere during the 90s and 2000. It hyped a bit, just like the timeshares in the ski resorts in the US. It did go up a bit here as well, but then it died down very quickly again. And I don't believe I know anyone who owns it in a timeshare sort of thing.
No, we have some friends in the UK that own at the Polynesian as well.
So that's how we actually heard of it first. It was like Disney Vacation Club. That sounds fun. Is the club I can join? No, you have to buy in. I'm like, what?
I mentioned it today at work, and she was like, "Disney Vacation? Is she going to Disneyfy you?" No. She didn't even know what I was talking about. So
Yeah.
So we take any chance we can to chat about DVC.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It really is. I know.
Yeah.
Disney planning is like, one of my favorite hobbies.
Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Or just fake trip planning. Oh,
Yes.
let's say we have 200 points. What could we do?
Yeah, I try to stay out of that. Yeah, that's not good for my heart.
don't.
Because then I want more points.
I know. No, I know. At dinner, we always talk about, you had one day at Disney, what would you do? And everyone else.
Go around the table.
Who do you own your contract with? Is it just you, or is it a family, or?
Yeah, my husband and I, we have 2 kids. So, yeah.
Lovely. It's a great way for them to experience the parks as well, for the kids.
I think it's like the best money we've ever spent on our family. Like so many good memories and like
Absolutely.
nice tradition. We never really took vacation before we did this, and sort of made us plan vacations, and so
Take time to
Same.
spend together. Yeah.
yeah.
We never took vacations either. We had a week in London.
We didn't even have date nights.
No.
Yeah, it's so easy just to get into the routine of working and your day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Disney Vacation Club really made us think about that. And it's very cringy the way Disney promotes it, of course, with the, buy memories for your family for the next 50 years. But at the end of the day,
It's just us.
we did,
Oh.
and we're doing it.
No,
We did buy into it, and we are actually enjoying making memories with the family. So
It works somehow.
Yes. True.
Well, I love to see your posts and stories from the cruise.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll keep you up to date.
Yeah.
yeah, enjoy, and do make sure not to stress out about being everywhere, because this ship it provides everything that you need.
There's but there's also so much more to do than you can do.
I have that
Yeah.
sense when I've been researching, like, oh God, yeah.
Just pick anything, because you're not going to make it to do everything anyway. So don't stress about it.
Take your time, relax. It is a vacation after all.
It's just like going to Magic Kingdom. You're not going to do everything all in one day. So don't worry about it and just enjoy. They make the best cocktails, both with or without alcohol. They're all fun. And even you had a night where you felt a bit sick, a bit under the weather, and you just went to bed, and I just went up to the deck, and they were like, "Oh, they're playing Pirates. Well, let's just enjoy a nice ice cream and watch Pirates." So there's always something to do, someone to talk to, just enjoy.
Your voice is going to be in my head because I definitely would feel like I have to do everything. So
No, don't.
No.
Just go back again and again and again.
If you're running from one event to the other, that's going to be a hard time. I believe at one point we tried to do everything all at once with the app and whatever, and you were running across the ship to the other side, and I was just trying to get a drink and go to the event that we were planning to go to, and you were not there, and I was
Annoyed.
very annoyed.
did you go to the shows on the ship? Are they good, like worth going to, do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
We went to Aladdin and to the Little Mermaid. We didn't do the
Golden Mickey's, I believe.
no.
Yeah,
it was
something like that.
else.
The first night we missed the show. That's because we were having dinner at one of the upcharged restaurants. So we missed our
Showtime,
regular
yeah.
dining reservation basically and our showtime. But we did the other two shows, and they are really good. I am not a big fan of musical
theater. No.
musical theater and stage shows. I still am not a big fan, but I do appreciate the way they put on that show there.
It's really good.
It's really good.
We had the Little Mermaid and Aladdin, but the cast is just so talented. It's insane.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're singing. Ursula's voice was amazing.
Yeah.
She was really good. And the carpet, the flying carpet, he did all kinds of fun tricks. So he was the star of Aladdin, actually.
Ah,
Are you having the same shows as well, or is your itinerary entirely
I
cleared up?
honestly don't know. I'm not sure what shows they have when we go.
I don't think we knew that before going on.
No, I can't remember actually, so that's fine.
I'll report back.
Yes, please. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah, but just enjoy.
Enjoy,
Have
relax.
a great time, relax. Enjoy the food. There's unlimited food, just so you know.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to order like 5 desserts instead of one main.
That's so cool. I know we'll be having to go to the gym.
Yeah. And we at those dinners we ordered what do you call them, appetizers and entrees, and then it's like, oh, what else do you want? We just ordered an appetizer and an entree. Oh, but you can have multiple entrees or multiple appetizers at one meal.
And he was actively pushing it. He's like, okay, so if that's possible, then just do this one as well. And he was like, and then?
Wow.
I didn't know. Could we? Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, let's do this one as well. I was like, okay, and some more with that?
4 entrees will be enough for the 2 of us.
Yeah. And ice cream.
Wow. No, that sounds amazing. My son will like that. He's a foodie.
Absolutely.
Unlimited soft serve.
Yep. Unlimited ice cream, unlimited soft serve.
Unlimited room service, including Mickey bars.
Ooh.
On Wish, actually.
Not on a Wish,
No, we didn't have Mickey bars. No,
No.
there's no Mickey bars on Wish.
but they do. We had each morning we had room service breakfast, just some tea and like a croissant,
Yeah.
and then we went to breakfast.
I love that idea.
Exactly, but it's just a way to get your day started and enjoy the veranda if you have one, or your ocean view, whichever one you have, whichever one you need for yourself. Have some coffee with it.
Do you order at night for the morning or?
Yeah, you leave out the list the night before.
Yeah, I think you have to leave it outside your door before 3 a.m. Well, that's fine. And then you can check off any, I think they have 10 or 15-minute windows, which you select, and they're like, oh yeah, I'd like to have some coffee, some croissants. You can do a full breakfast, or you can just do some coffee. It's whichever you like, and they'll make sure that you have it in the morning.
Nice.
Oh.
Can't wait.
You will not starve on that ship.
And you will not be bored.
You will never be bored. Yeah.
That would be great.
Any other must-dos on the ship? No, I was going to say the shows. The Aqua Mouse is cute. It's the water slide that goes all around the ship.
That definitely. My daughter's dying to do that.
Yeah, I would recommend doing that right before everybody heads back from their daytime excursions. If you want to do that, we did that because we went back from Castaway Cay a bit early.
Because I wasn't feeling great.
Yeah, you weren't feeling great, so we went back around 3-ish or something, 2-ish or 3, and most people just leave at the last moment. So we found a window over there.
Yeah,
That's
because
good.
the line does get long.
Yeah, but it's good fun.
Thank you so much. You've given me so many good tips.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
If you have any more questions, just reach out. That's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely have to stay in touch. And I can't wait to see
Definitely.
your next trips. I hope you post lots of pictures.
February is our next trip.
That's great.
So if
Stay
you have
tuned.
to be there, just let us know as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be so fun.
Exactly.
Oh, good. Well, thank you again, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Hey, see you soon. Have a great evening
Bye.
or day. Bye bye.